morning, everybody. I'm Steve. I'm a North Fulton Master Gardener. I'm here again at Farm Chastain, and today we're going to be talking about microorganisms and why they're important in your garden. What's a microorganism anyway? Well, it includes bacteria and includes fungi, and that's what we're going to talk about. So let me show you something. I've got a handful of soil right here. How many bacteria do you think are in my handful of soil? 1,000? 100,000? It's 1 billion. I have 1 billion bacteria here in my hand. I have tens of millions of fungi here in my hand. They're really small, but in natural soils, they're all over the place. In 1 acre of land, there is a ton of bacteria. I mean a real ton, 2,000 pounds in 1 acre. That's how frequent and distributed they are. Here's another analogy. If I was 500 miles tall, not feet, but miles, that's from Atlanta to Orlando. If I was 500 miles tall, a bacteria would be a tennis ball. A fungi would be a beach ball. Okay, if that helps a little bit, understand how small these things are. What do bacteria do? Well, quite simply, they eat, they multiply, and they die. They die every 10 to 30 minutes, but don't worry about them. They leave plenty of progeny behind. So they're very active. What are they eating? They're eating organic parts of the soil. They're eating all the organic material that is bound up in that soil. And that's why they're good for the soil, and that's why we need them. They're absolutely essential for healthy plant life. They also break down pollutants and pesticides. They also are important in the formation of soil aggregates. Soil aggregates are when little pieces of soil stick to each other and they form aggregates. These aggregates are absolutely important for moisture retention and moisture infiltration into the soil. Finally, they do crazy things like they will fix nitrogen from the air. It's funny, but nitrogen's all around us. 78% of the air we breathe is nitrogen. The plants cannot use it. For the plants to use nitrogen, it has to come from the soil. And in the soil, it comes in the form of ammonia, nitrates, and nitrites, which are there because of the bacteria. So see how important bacteria are, all the things that they can do for us. Now, there are some bad bacteria, not many of them, but a few of them are bad, and they do form gall in plants. So we have to, but that's something we have to live with. Let's talk about fungi. There's a few things fungi do that aren't so hot also. They will have spots on your leaves, they will contribute to root rot and so forth. So that's fungi in the air. Not always good, we're always fighting them, right? In the ground, they're wonderful, they're essential, they're absolutely important for healthy plant life. Why? Because fungi grow these long filaments called hyphae. Hyphae are like spider webs, and they attach to the roots of the plant. They expand the plant zone, the root zone, way out to as much as a factor of 5 or 10 times. So if your root is this big, the hyphae are this big, and those hyphae bring nutrients and moisture up into the root zone and then up into the plant. So without this expansion, the plants and the roots just cannot be quite as healthy. So those are the things that fungi do and what bacteria do. Now, what can you do to promote their growth? Feed them. Feed them organic material in the form of compost, blood meal, bone meal, aged manure, things like that create organic material in the soil. Let those little guys munch all through them, releasing those nutrients to the soil. Second thing you can do is have a balanced soil. Not too much sand, not too much clay. Too much sand is too porous. Too much clay, it makes your soil waterlogged. So make sure you have that right balance. Finally, get your soil tested. Go to your Georgia Extension agent and go to this website to find out how to get your soil tested. This is the College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences at the University of Georgia. It's wonderful. They'll test your soil. They'll tell you what nutrients your soil is deficient in, and more important than anything else, They'll tell you what your pH is. Remember, in Georgia, we want a pH of around 6.5. That's where the plants are happiest. So get that pH right, but the only way you're going to get it right is by testing your soil. So what have we said? Feed those little critters. Make them happy. They're going to make your roots happy. Your roots are going to take your nutrients and moisture up into the plant. They're going to make your plants healthy, and wait till you see those fruits and vegetables you get from those plants. Hey, thanks for joining me today. We'll see you next time.